The main event for UFC 202 is Conor McGregor
versus
Nate Diaz.
Right, motherfucker.
This is what can we honestly say about this fight that hasn't been said? At this point, we're like less than 48 hours away.
There's nothing. I mean, the talking is done. Conor has done considerably less media, but Nate got to do all of it, most of it. So, which he deserves. To his credit, he does deserve.
Nate beat him. Nate beat him bad.
Well, I'm not going to say he beat him bad, but he beat him.
Okay, well, you look at the sports books at a 5-1.
Yeah, he beat
odds.
him.
He beat him bad.
But I mean, Conor was beating him, and I'm a Conor dick rider, guys. So there we go. So, but round 1 it was all Conor. Round 2, first 2 minutes.
Done.
First 2 minutes, round 2, he was still going pretty well. So, but I think that Nate has always, since in his whole career, I think that he's just been underutilized, and they just because of them being the Diaz brothers, that they just kind of screw him over on fights and on pay. And I'm really happy that Nate's kind of getting his just dues.
Screw all of that.
But
this is the bottom line. We're talking about not just dues, not all this stuff. Nate Diaz is a great fighter. That's great. He beat Conor.
He beat Conor.
If Conor loses this fight, he never steps in at 170 again.
He'll never step in at 170 again.
If he wins this fight, he never steps back into 145.
No, because he wants that. He wants to be a two-weight world champion. He wants to hold the 145 and the 155 together. That's what he wants to do. That is, he said that.
So what? He's gonna make the cut to 145 and then what? Fight Alvarez or whoever's the champ then.
Yeah. Well, first he's gonna beat Jose. It's gonna happen.
Let's focus on.
God damn it! Give me.
What? You're going into different fights. Do something. You haven't screwed the Teixeira thing. You've cut me off during Rick's story. You're talking about an Aldo fight that's imaginary. Nothing has happened. We're talking about Nate Diaz versus McGregor too. Are we still on the same page?
Yes.
Go ahead. Let's hear his fantasy fights on how. Let's hear about analyze the Alvarez fight. Come on.
I think that Conor McGregor, Alvarez couldn't take Conor's shots, but I think that Alvarez could.
Lawler and McGregor.
Oh, Lawler would fucking kill Conor.
Keep going. All the fantasy matchups you want, because we're not talking about 202.
The bottom line is Conor McGregor's gas tank has significantly increased for this fight, or so they say. So his coach says. But we'll see Saturday night. Nate Diaz always has got just you can't even figure out how he has this much cardio. It's insane. Same with his brother Nick. You're gonna need a brick to bring in the octagon to knock him out. Conor says round 2 knockout.
I'm with him. I'm with Conor the whole way there.
I think what
I think that this.
It's UFC. Anything could happen.
If it goes 5 rounds, Nate wins the fight.
I don't know about that.
If it goes 5 rounds, I think Nate's gonna win the fight because Conor gonna have a fucking hard time with the takedowns. He's gonna have a hard time with that jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, but if you watch the first when you watch the first fight, when Conor was still fresh, he swept and controlled Diaz on the ground. When Nate took him down, Conor reversed it and took Nate down.
Well, that's great, but I mean, how many times can you think Conor's going to do that?
How many times can he get it every single time?
Get out of third-degree black belt jiu-jitsu?
He would be wise to stay off of the ground.
Let's be honest. You look back at the Mendez fight. Mendez got him down. He beat him up pretty bad on the ground. Nate's not going to do that. I know that, but Nate can. He's already choked him out.
I think Nate's going to want to keep is going to keep his standing for the duration of the fight, unless he thinks he's behind on the scorecards, in which he's going to try to take Conor down and submit him.
Nah, I say Nate is going to try to box with him all day long.
Oh no, he's going to try and box
him out.
Conor is going to get the better of Nate in the boxing exchanges, but if it goes 4 rounds and Conor's dominated the 4 rounds, and then on the 5th round Diaz knows he's down on the scorecards, I think Nate's going to go for the takedown and and try to get the submission victory because he's fucked, and he has the
No,
confidence to do so.
What do you think he's gonna wait to go for the submission victory? Just try to box him, and then hey, if that's not working, submit
I
him?
mean, I think so. They like to fight. They like to stand up.
We're gonna see what happens. Go ahead and give your prediction.
Round 3, Conor McGregor TKO.
I'm gonna go with round 2.
Conor McGregor TKO or referee stoppage due to blood loss. Too much blood.
That's not gonna happen in a Diaz fight.
That's true, but I mean,
This guy's gonna have to get,
yeah, they're gonna. I mean,
last fight? I don't remember who was in it. It was like an elbow that cracked this guy's fucking forehead open.
Was it Dennis Bermudez? Yeah, I think it was Dennis Bermudez.
Who was he fighting?
I have
It doesn't
no
matter.
idea.
All I know is that they didn't stop that fight.
Yeah, and
the guy had a fucking gash.
And the Bigfoot fight, that Silva Velasquez fight, that was a bloodbath. But it's unlikely. But I think round 3 more likely TKO.
I'm gonna go with round 2. Do I actually see Conor being able to knock Nate out? Far-fetched. Let's be honest. I know he can. But I am gonna say round 2, knockout or stoppage. It's gonna be a TKO. He's gonna rain down the hammers on Nate, and that's it.
I'm interested to see if it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be to the body.
What, liver shot?
Not necessarily liver shot, but I think he's gonna hurt Nate's body so much that eventually he's gonna get really. He's gonna get either gonna get slowed down because of the body shots, and that's gonna leave him. He's gonna leave his mouth open because he's breathing heavy from the body shots. It might leave him susceptible to the knockout. Or it's gonna be like a liver shot, or he can't take the pain anymore, and he just once it doesn't have to be a liver shot. If you crack somebody enough times, the final crack is like Rory McDonald.
Oh yeah, well, Roy McDonald's nose was
shattered,
plastered across his face.
So if Diaz breaks a rib,
the bottom line, really, when you look at this fight, is that I don't believe the UFC can afford one more Conor McGregor loss, and I know that's a popular MMA opinion on Bloody Elbow MMA Nation. The UFC cannot afford losing another giant superstar such as Conor McGregor, kind of like they've lost Ronda Rousey for what's almost been a year. I think it'll be a year in November.
Yeah, a year in November. Apparently
McGregor has to win the fight.
He's got to win the fight, not only for him.
It's not win or learn. It's win or fucking go to featherweight and not be the hype train that he was before. In my mind, there's no doubts about it. Conor wins. Nate's a little too confident that he's going to win.
It could.
He's a little too smiling.
The roles could be reversed.
The roles are going to be reversed. We've seen this thing before. Look at Verdum and Miocic. Totally different fights. Heavyweights, anything can happen. But it always seems the guy who's a little more relaxed, the guy who's a little more comfortable, and it's not Conor this time. If you've been watching Embedded, it's not Conor. Conor is wrapped around, and the guy's wired. He's ready to explode. He's pissed off. He's angry. Nate, laid back. He's just fucking
but I'm wondering if Conor, the one thing that Conor, I fucking hope that he doesn't do, is that he doesn't do what Aldo did and just attack Nate.
He's gonna march him down.
He's gonna march him down, but if he just marches him down and just tries to just completely blitz him.
It doesn't have to. You can use your anger in a different way. Brian Caraway,
he could be,
and Aljamain Sterling. Caraway was pissed off that whole fight going into it.
That's true.
And it worked to his advantage. He didn't go crazy on him or anything, but he destroyed him in the ground and pound and all the grappling exchanges. Look, RDA beat Nate Diaz. Conor can match RDA and totally destroy RDA's output. Look at the RDA fight. You can beat Nate Diaz. He's been beat.
Yeah, Nate's not.
It can be done.
unbeatable.
You don't have to knock him out. If I could give any advice to Conor, don't be so completely sure on the knockout.
Yeah. Go for, just...
If you have to.
Go for... He's prepared for fight. I mean, but, God, what was I going to say? That, I think the main moves that Conor needs to work on, he's got to do the body. The body, I think, is the key. I think he knows that, and one of the shots I envision, and I hope it's in his arsenal, is that the jumping side kick to the body, and then the hook kick, the hook kick to the head, because they got similar setups, and if you mix it up enough, you might not know what's coming. Conor, I don't know. I mean, I'm just a fucking kid. you know, watching MMA. Connors knows more about what the fuck he's doing than me, but, you know, it's just fan analysis.
The Connor got his ass beat.
Hey, Connor got his ass beat, you know.
I know all the 209 guys are going to come on to this page like they've done before and say how wrong we are. And if Connor gets beat again...
Fuck Team Diaz, and fuck you if you're down with Team Diaz. But even though we met Nate Diaz, he's a cool motherfucker.
Yeah, Nate's a cool guy, but, you know...
When it comes down to
Nick kind of gets on my nerves.
Yeah, Nick's kind of...
With this whole embedded thing, he's kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, Nick's kind of, you know... Nate's chilled back. Nick seems kind of like an asshole.
Never met him, though. That'll be changed in, like... 2 days.
Yeah, 2... Is it...
Saturday.
It's the day of the fight, right? He's doing voodoo?
Oh, yeah, or we can meet him tomorrow at the fight shop. We're also... Yeah, we keep the surprises for you. Keep watching.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you guys. Half of this video is probably going to be cut. So
Yeah.
enjoy the Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor breakdown. Thank you for watching. Hey, drink Surge.
Drink Crystal Pepsi.